Welcome to Space Age Rabbit, where I talk about forgotten and short lived TV shows, and I also count down the top 10 hits from each year as well. Today, I will be looking at some of the forgotten and short lived shows of 1960. First up is The Overland Trail. The Overland Trail follows two men, Fred Kelly and Frank Flip Flippin, as they manage a stage line leaving from Missouri and heading west. Kelly is a seasoned civil engineer and former Union soldier who takes on the challenge of getting the fictional Overland stage line running. Flip is his adventurous young assistant, which brings an energetic spirit that contrasts with Kelly's cautious nature. And together, they oversee the stage line's daily operations and handle the challenges and adventures that come along with transporting passengers and freight across the rugged West. The Overland Trail ran for one season, 17 episodes, and aired on NBC on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern.
New Pillsbury Deluxe Chocolate Fudge Cake. So rich, so moist, so quickly gone. Get Pillsbury New Deluxe Chocolate Fudge Cake Mix in this new package. Just one of 7 deluxe flavors.
Nothing says loving like something from the oven, and Pillsbury says it best.
Next up is Tate. Tate follows a Civil War veteran who lost the use of his left arm to an explosion during his time in the war. With few options for work, Tate hits the road as a wandering gunfighter. His shattered arm encased in a black leather sleeve that ran from his fingertips to his elbow and was supported by a sling. The show aired as a summer replacement for the Perry Como Show. Tate ran for one season, 13 episodes, and aired on NBC on Wednesday nights at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Next is Diagnosis Unknown. Diagnosis Unknown starred Patrick O'Neill as Daniel Coffey, the head pathologist at a big city hospital who teams up with the police to solve unusual and bizarre crimes. The reviews were mixed. In a review in the New York Times, a critic called it sick television, adding that beatniks had taken over at CBS. Critic John Crosby was a bit kinder. He liked the mystery angle, but found some of the scenes wordy and awkward. Diagnosis Unknown ran for one season, 9 episodes, and aired on CBS on Tuesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern.
Diagnosis Unknown, starring Patrick O'Neill as Dr. Coffey, with Chester Morris as Captain Ritter. In tonight's episode, A Case of Radiant Wine.
Next is The Tab Hunter Show. The Tab Hunter Show starred Tab Hunter as Paul Morgan, a 29-year-old cartoonist living in Malibu, California, who draws a popular daily comic strip called Bachelor at Large. The strip is basically Paul's diary. He's a carefree bachelor whose life is one romantic adventure after another. When he's not tangled up with the latest beautiful woman, he's usually trying to impress one or get out of a relationship that's getting too serious. Paul's best friend Peter is a wealthy playboy who shares Paul's love of fast cars and pretty women, and he often gets mixed up in Paul's romantic escapades. The Tab Hunter Show ran for one season, 32 episodes, and aired on NBC on Sunday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Next is Peter Loves Mary. Peter Loves Mary starred real-life husband and wife Peter Lind Hayes and Mary Healy as a showbiz couple trying to adjust to life in the suburbs. After spending years as a nightclub duo, Mary decides it would be better for their 2 young children to grow up in the suburbs rather than stay in the hustle and bustle of city life. So they packed up and moved out of New York City, bringing along their longtime housekeeper, Wilma. But their life in the suburb wasn't always smooth. Between visits from Mary's parents and run-ins with quirky neighbors, they often found themselves in the middle of some sort of chaos. Peter Loves Mary ran for one season, 32 episodes, and aired on NBC on Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Hello. This is an old friend of mine, and since he sort of looks like a Dickens character, I brought him along in the spirit of Christmas. Incidentally, my name is Peter Lindhays, and I have the best answer yet for Christmas fun. It's the new Polaroid 10-second automatic camera. Watch how easy it is to use. All I do is push 3 buttons. Hold it. 1, 2, 3.
Next up is The Westerner. The Westerner starred Brian Keith as Dave Blasingame, a loner drifting through the Old West with his dog Brown, who happened to be the same dog that played Old Yeller. Dave wasn't exactly the friendliest guy, but he had a knack for fighting off outlaws and taking up noble causes. His big dream was to settle down on a ranch and breed quarter horses, but his sense of justice always pulled him back into trouble. The Westerner ran for 1 season, 13 episodes, and aired on NBC on Friday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Next is Bringing Up Buddy. Bringing Up Buddy followed Richard David Buddy Flower, a young bachelor who lost his parents in a car accident as a kid. He ended up being raised by his 2 well-meaning but meddling aunts, Violet and Iris, who continued to live with him into his adult years. Buddy works as an investment broker and has an office romance going with his secretary, Kathy. But no matter how smooth things seem at work, he always comes home to find his aunts stirring up something, whether it's trying to set him up with the perfect girl or landing themselves in a jam that he has to rescue them from. Bringing Up Buddy ran for 1 season, 36 episodes, and aired on CBS on Monday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Next is Harrigan and Son.
Reynolds Aluminum presents Harrigan and Son, a Desilu production.
Harrigan and Son starred Pat O'Brien as James Harrigan Sr., a seasoned criminal attorney who had been practicing law since before his son was born. Now that son, played by Roger Perry, had graduated from Harvard Law and joined the family firm as a junior partner. The two found themselves working side by side and often butting heads. Junior was a by-the-book kind of guy who believed in following the rules to the letter, while his dad wasn't afraid to bend them if it meant winning a case. Harrigan and Son ran for 1 season, 34 episodes, and aired on ABC on Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. Next is My Sister Eileen. My Sister Eileen followed Ruth and Eileen Sherwood, 2 sisters who left Ohio to chase their dreams in New York City. Ruth, a writer, was always looking out for her younger sister Eileen, who was an aspiring actress, but was also a magnet for every con man and would-be boyfriend who crossed her path. They moved together into a brownstone apartment in Manhattan and tried to adjust to big city life. Ruth landed a job with a publisher, while Eileen's adventures often left Ruth cleaning up her sister's mess. Based on the book by Ruth McKinley, the show captured the ups and downs of 2 small-town girls taking on the big city. My Sister Eileen ran for 1 season, 26 episodes, and aired on CBS on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. Next up is The Tom Ewell Show. The Tom Ewell Show was all about Tom Porter, a well-meaning but bumbling real estate agent who was the only guy in a house full of women. At home, he was surrounded by his wife Fran, their 3 daughters, Fran's mother, and the family dog Mitzi, who was also a girl. Tom loved sports and craved male friendship, but every time he tried to carve out time for himself, he ran into a new challenge from the women in his life. The Tom Ewell Show ran for 1 season, 32 episodes, and aired on CBS on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. So that's what I have for this video, but I do have more 1960s shows to talk about, so make sure to look out for part 2. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like this sort of content, please subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.